Before you walk out of your relationship, you need to ask yourself a couple of questions. Now, out of what researchers have come up with, they normally say that after every divorce and separation, the quality of life of a woman decreases by 73%, and the quality of a man's life decreases by only 42%. Now, you need to ask yourself these basic questions before you decide this is it, it's an exit. Number one, what is your purpose in life? How is this person coming in to help me fulfill my purpose in life? The most important thing in a human's life is their purpose, is what God created them to be. So ask yourself, the person I am with, how are they taking me closer to my purpose in life? Now the Bible says in Proverbs 16 verse 21, many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. Number two question, what is the gold and the garbage in my partner? Yes, I want to go, but what are his strengths and what are his weaknesses? What am I looking at? You should weigh in and check which one is heavier. Is it the garbage, the bad things that he's doing to you, or is it the good things that he's doing to you? And sometimes as humans, we tend to focus on the bad things and we forget that there are so many good things that our partners do unto us. Now the Bible says in 1 Peter 4 verse 8, most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other, for love covers a multitude of sins. God has given gifts to each of you from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Manage them well so that God's generosity can flow through you. Number three, what were your expectations while getting into this relationship? It's always good to do a quick analysis of your relationship until where it is right now and see what expectations have been met. If it's over 50%, my friend, that is a pass. You can never get anyone that will give you 100%. We are all humans. We are not able to do everything. We only do what we are capable of doing. Only God can give you 100%. But listen, for you to enjoy a relationship, do not come with any expectations. Actually, expectations are the ones that make most relationships not to work. The Bible says in Luke 6:35, but love your enemies and do good, and lend expecting nothing in return, and your reward will be great, and you'll be sons of the Most High, for he himself is kind to ungrateful and evil men. Number four, have you taken time to understand your partner? Where is he coming from? Why is he behaving like this? What's his point of view? Have you ever decided one day, let me put on the shoes of my partner? Not everything your partner does is about you. Sometimes it's because of his previous childhood traumas. Some things he does is things he's picked in from the customs and the society. So ask yourself, how can you compromise? Matthew 7 verse 12. So whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them, for this is the law and the prophets. Mark 12:33. To love him with all your heart, with all your understanding, and with all your strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself is more important than all burnt offerings and sacrifices. Number 5. What is your personal contribution in all this? Yes, you have conflicts. Yes, right now you feel like you want to leave, but the question is this: what is your personal contribution? Yes, he's done something bad, but what have you done on your side? They always say, check the log in your own eye first. The Bible says in the book of Matthew 7 verse 3, why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there's a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite, first take the plank out of your own eye, then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Number 6, what is making the two of you to think of a breakup? Question is, have you put in your best shot in trying to resolve this issue? Yes, he's a physical abuser. Yes, he's been cheating. Yes, he's neglected you. Yes, he's disrespected you. But the question is this: have you had a time to actually sit down and discuss these things with him? Instead of walking out, have you decided to actually fix it, both of you? If he's refused, question is, have you sought the help of a counselor or even a mentor? Now the Bible says in Matthew 18 verse 15, if your brother sins, go and show him his fault in private. If he listens to you, you have won your brother. Number 7, what is the foundation of your relationship? How did you actually get here? They always say how you start something determines how it ends. Question is, when you got into the relationship, were the two of you fully whole, or were two of you complete and unique? And when the two of you came, did you have a very stable background? By the time you are getting to the relationship, were you fully healed when you got into the relationship? Now, if the foundation was not right, it's expected the results, and these are the consequences of your foundation. The Bible says in Matthew 7 verse 24, anyone who listens to my teaching obeys me is wise, like a person who builds a house on a rock. Matthew 7:25, though the rain comes in torrents and the flood waters rise and the winds beat against the house, it won't collapse because it is built on a rock. But anyone who hears my teaching and ignores is foolish, like a person who builds a house on sand. When the rains and floods come, the winds beat against that house, it will fall with a mighty crash. Number 8, will my life be better when we break up? Sometimes you're going to leave a place and end up in a tougher place. There are people who leave a frying pan and actually jump into the fire. Outside here, people will mess up and take advantage of you. You'll try dating people and they'll actually take advantage of you. Now look at what happened to this lady called Hagar. She was angry with her master and she decided to actually walk out. The Bible says in Genesis 16 verse 6, Abram replied, since she's your servant, you may deal with her as you see fit. So Sarai treated her harshly, and Hagar ran away. The angel of the Lord found Hagar beside a desert spring along the road to Shur. Then angel said to her, Hagar, Sarai's servant, where have you come from and where are you going? I am running away from my mistress. She replied. Then the angel of the Lord said, return to your mistress and submit to her authority. The angel added, I'll give you more descendants than you can count. Sometimes we run away from people that will actually come and help us in life. Ask yourself these questions and it will make you to actually be in a position to make a more solid judgment and decision when it comes to breaking up.